Yes, we're recording. All right. Now, so just to let you guys know, if you need access to the recording, I'll just fill the attendance. So the attendance is going to be in the chat in a few minutes, in a few seconds. So please ensure you fill the attendance if you want to get access to the recording of today's session. Okay. All right. So let's jump straight into it. Okay. The topic today is your care. Okay. So if you're working in care, you're working in support or whatsoever, you're working in a warehouse like I did, if you're currently working in the warehouse. And I like to tell people that my muscles today, okay, I can't flex them. You won't be able to see my muscle. Well, I have a little muscle, all right? And the muscle I have today was gotten in the warehouse, okay? I didn't have to pay for a gym, okay? So I was working in the warehouse, and that's how I got my fitness today. Essentially, if you're working in care or support, you're working in the warehouse like I did, same thing, customer service, all these experiences, how can you frame it for your tech role? Okay, how can you frame it? Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So, are these experiences, are they useless? They are 100% not useless. They are definitely not useless. And I'm going to share some testimonials with you of people that have gone through the program and have eventually gotten a job, okay, and they leverage these same experiences that you currently have, okay? The main problem is how you frame that experience. So if you frame it as a survival job, that's a problem already from the background. That's a major problem. So if you're framing your question or your experiences as, I was doing this excellent stuff back home in Nigeria, or back home in Ghana, or back home in India, or back home in Pakistan, or wherever you're coming from. I was doing this amazing stuff back home. But now I came to the UK to do my master's, and now I'm working in this capacity. Do you understand? Or, from my own country, I got a care job in the UK and I moved. And I've always been working in the care space. How do I change my career? Okay, how do I make that change? How do I make that adjustment? How do I frame this experience on my CV in order for me to look desirable by employers? That's what we're going to be talking about today. All right, so now the key focus here for us is you getting a job. Nothing more than that. Honestly, the overall goal for us is ensuring that you get a job. That's it. No more, no less, no addition, no subtraction, nothing. The goal is for you to get a job. And that's exactly what we are there. The key strategy is to you landing a job within 4 months. Okay? How are we going to do that? I'm going to explain every single thing to you. I'm not gatekeeping any information. So if you have a pen and you have a jotter, please get a pen and a jotter so you can write things down, okay? Even though you're going to get access to the recording, try to write something down during the meeting. And if you have any questions, I'll be taking questions at the end of the session. So, without wasting too much time, who is speaking to you today? My name is Ifemena Epro, and I'm the co-founder of Amdari, co-founder of Tenalytics. And in my experience, building this platform, I've helped well over 3,000 people transition into the tech space. So people without any experience. I'm talking about people that did not even have a degree. For example, I've helped people that just finished university, people that have worked in a career for 15, 20 years and they pivoted into the tech space. I'm talking about people that have no experience. So I've been doing this for the last 10 years. And like I said, I've helped well over 3,000 people globally, in the UK, in the US, in Canada, across Europe, across Africa. I've helped a ton of people transition into the tech space. But like I said, I also transitioned into the tech space, okay? I also transitioned. So like I said earlier, it took me about 2 years for me to get my first job. But eventually when I got my first one, that's how I scaled my career. So you see, a lot of people today are wondering, how can I get started? You're looking for a platform, you're looking for something to help you, hold you by the hand and guide you to you get started. That's essentially what I was lacking when I started. So, and that's really the reason why it took me about 2 years to get my first job. It took me 2 solid years, of applications, upon applications, upon application for me to get my first job. And you see, the moment I got my first one, okay, that was the end. Like that was the beginning of something great again. It was the end of something, but it was the beginning of something else, essentially. So I did not come from any technical background, okay? And that's the reason why it's sort of a life mission for me to help more people like myself, okay, transitioning to the tech space. But if you don't look like me today, all right, if you're from another, if you're outside of Africa and you're looking at transitioning to the tech space, we have a ton of people we have helped also transition into the tech space. So you have nothing to be afraid of, okay? Now, another thing I want to focus on today is going to be sponsorship. All right. So quite a number of people that are doing menial jobs today, survival jobs, care job, warehouse, customer service. Majority of those people are looking for visa sponsorship. Now, if you're on the call today, all right, and you're looking for visa sponsorship, give me a one in the chat. So let me see the people I'm speaking to today. So let me see if there are all the people that are focused on sponsorship. Give me a one, number one in the chat. If you are interested with visa sponsorship today, give me a number one in the chat. I need, okay, let me see. Just two people, only two people. Okay, okay. Oh, fantastic, beautiful, beautiful. Someone give me a thumbs up. Okay, awesome. So I know the target audience. I know our people, the people I want to speak to today are going to be on the call. So I'm going to focus very well on visa sponsorship. If you don't need visa sponsorship, it's still okay. Okay, if you don't need it, it's fine. You can still do the same thing. It doesn't stop you in any way. All right. So if you don't need visa sponsorship, that's fine. If you need visa sponsorship, listen. Okay. All right. That's essentially the case. So, like I said, I've worked in Ireland. So initially, when I relocated, I was in Ireland for about 3 years. I was looking for visa sponsorship. So I know a thing or two about visa sponsorship. I was able to get visa sponsorship in Ireland, moved to the UK, got visa sponsorship in the UK. Currently, I'm based in Canada, same thing. All right. So I've lived in different countries. So I understand the visa, how to strategically position yourself for visa sponsorship. All right. So if you're excited to be here, guys, give me a thumbs up. Let me see. Let me see. I'm excited because I love to impact people. Okay. I love to impact people and I love to have fun when I'm having my session. So amazing. I can see the thumbs up. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So, like I said, I'm going to keep it to within 1 hour to try to pass across the message to you. So, I have 4 things I'm going to be discussing today. Number one is that your experience. That's your survival job experience. Is it valid? Okay. Is your past experience valid? This experience is how do you reframe it on your CV to get a job? We're going to talk about that. Now, the next thing is your pathway to securing a visa sponsored job or a job in 4 months. So if you're looking for visa sponsorship, like I said, we're going to discuss you. If you're not looking for visa sponsorship, it still applies. It's still a job. Okay. So if you don't need it, fine and good. You can go ahead to get the job. Okay. How the Amdari Work Experience internship, how it helps you land a job. I'm going to spend a few minutes on that also. And last but not the least, we have a special offer for you. So if you wait to the end of the session, you would get the special offer. All right. It's a special offer. It's just for a few people. So if you wait for to the end of the session, you will get the special offer. But bear in mind also, I have a couple of special offers in my session. All right. So even if you don't wait to the end of the session, you're still going to get special offers in between. So you want to listen to get the special offers. Okay. Now, the typical journey of an immigrant in the UK, and we've all been in this situation before, all right? And most of us as immigrants in a country, either you're from Africa or you're from Asia or you're from anywhere in the world, and you're moving to the UK or you're moving to a new country. We're talking about the UK today. So you move to the UK. There is this mindset of, I want to start all over again. This is a brand new slate. This is a brand new beginning. And I want to start all over again. This is a land of opportunities. I want to start all over again. And you see, that's exactly where a lot of people make the biggest mistake. First of all, that's the biggest mistake I made. Okay? I had experience back home from Nigeria. Okay? I came to the UK, and all of a sudden, I wanted to start all over again. Like I wanted to restart my life. Do you understand? I wanted to restart my experience. I wanted to restart every single thing I've done. Okay. And you see, that's where a lot of people make a mistake. They make the biggest mistake. So you see, one of the things that you start to make, I was speaking with a prospect, one of our prospects yesterday, just somebody that was looking at navigating their experiences and getting a job in the UK. And I asked this lady a question. And I asked her, okay, what were you doing back home in Nigeria? And she said, oh, like, I wasn't doing anything too serious. I did a little thing with Excel. I did a little thing with Excel. I did a little thing with reporting, so on and so forth. I managed some projects here and there, but it's not something significant. And I was like, you see, that's exactly what most immigrants will say. I would have said the same thing. I literally said the same thing when I was, looking for a job back in the day. You see, a lot of people saying coming from, any part of the world to the UK immediately feel the need to reproach, to lower down that experience they brought from their own country. So my experience from my own country cannot be valid. It's the mindset we immigrants have. Like it's, oh, I was selling clothes back home in Ghana. Is it relevant for me to, can I use that experience? 100% yes. It's a good experience. Yes. It's the way you frame the experience. Okay, it's the way you frame an experience. You won't say that I was selling clothes on your CV. You won't put that on your CV. So it's the way you reframe, it's the way you frame that question, the way you frame that experience. That's exactly how the recruiters will take it. Do you understand? So your own country experience, first off, is 100% valid. So you see, a lot of people find themselves in this situation. I want to start all over again. My experience with my own country is not good experience. It's not something I can write home about. It's nothing great to talk about. So you see, everybody's looking for this golden card, this golden visa, okay? This golden slate, which we call UK experience, okay? Everybody's looking for it. Nobody knows where it is, but everybody's searching for it. Where is it? Where are you? You understand? Everybody ignores their past experience from their own country. Okay? So you were a doctor back home, you were a pharmacist back home, you were a customer rep, you were working in the bank, you were a farmer, you were a teacher. All these experiences is no longer valid. Okay? So what do? I am looking for this UK experience. All right? I'm looking for this UK experience. I'm looking for this golden visa, this golden card that I can use to get a job in the UK. And the search for this experience begins immediately you get to the UK. And you see, a lot of people get themselves sucked into this kind of experiences. All right. The first one is care and support. The first one is care and support. It's the easiest way, one of the fastest ways to get a job in the UK. So you move outside the country, all right, and you'll need to survive. And that's why I love to call it survival job. You need to survive. You need to pay your rent. You need to pay for electricity. You need to pay for water. You need to pay for all these things. You need to survive. So it's survival. All right. So you need to do care and support. That's the first one people usually will take. Now, I went into warehousing. I didn't even know support existed, honestly speaking, at the time. Okay. I just went straight. I got a job, warehouse, and warehouse is what I got into, warehouse operations. Okay. Now, we also have customer service. Now, a lot of people like customer service because, it's you working from the convenience of your room, from your house. So you don't need to go anywhere. You don't need to pay for transport or so on and so forth. It's also very stressful. I don't think there's any of this survival job that does not have stress embedded. Okay. The follow come of any of this job is stress. Like it's 100% stressful. All right. So we also have retail attendants. So people working in the supermarkets, people working, in the filling station, people security, so on and so forth. So I just bundle them up into retail. Okay. All right. Then we also have restaurant attendants. So working in a restaurant, we are working, retail, security, so on and so forth. So these are all survivor jobs. Now, another thing I wanted to chip into this is a lot of people get sucked into this very immediately. And I'll tell you the reason. I almost got sucked into it also. And you see, the reason why I almost got sucked into it was the more hours I put in, the more money I get. Okay? The more hours I throw in, the more money I was able to get. So if you just new in the UK and you land on your care support role, all right, and you find out that, okay, they're paying me, 13 pounds, 12 pounds, 14 pounds, 15 pounds per hour. It means that if I work 10 hours, that is, in a day, if I can do 10 hours in a day, that's 150 pounds. Okay. If I do that for the entire week, that's amazing. That's ridiculous amount of money. Do you understand? So let me just do that. let me just get my visa on a care support and work as hard as I can and save as much money as I can. But you see, there are quite a number of things that you need to be aware of. Number one, it's not sustainable. It's not a career that you can sustain in that kind of mindset. All right. But you see, and that's part of the things we're going to be talking about in today's session. All right. So you see, everyone gives you an advice when you move to the UK. Everybody gives you an advice. If you have a house party, you have games night, you have friends, you have family, you are meeting up with people, everybody gives you an advice, but nobody shows you how to do it. Nobody. Nobody will sit you down and tell you exactly how to apply for a sponsored job. Or nobody will sit down to you and say, okay, do you know what? Let me take a look at your CV. Let me sit down with your CV and let me explain what is wrong with your CV. Nobody does that to you. All right. So you see, everybody tells you tailor your CV to every role. Every role that you apply to, you need to tailor your CV. How do you do that? How do you tailor your CV? Tell me. Okay, what do I do? What do I do when I tailor my CV? How do I know the CV that I just tailored is perfectly tailored for the role? How do I do this by myself? Do you understand? And that's exactly where a lot of immigrants are stuck. How do I do it? How do I do it? Do you understand? You need work UK experience. That's what everybody says. Everybody tells you, oh, I've been struggling to get since I got to the UK. I don't dey apply for jobs. I've been applying for jobs, but now so rejection emails. I'm always getting rejection emails, and somebody will just tell you blatantly, Abawa, you guys go look for UK experience. How? Go and look for, go volunteer. You can go volunteer, in the university. If you just send emails on LinkedIn, send out cold emails on LinkedIn to people to give you free experience, to give you free internship, and all that. A lot of people just come up with all these flimsy generic advices. Okay, where do you get this experience? Take for example, if you're looking for a sponsored job on the NHS website and you're looking for jobs on the NHS website, majority of the roles on the NHS website would say you need NHS experience. Ah, how? I've not even entered your office before. I've never even worked in the UK before. How do you expect me to get NHS experience? That's exactly the puzzling question most people have. All right. The next thing is just apply for sponsored jobs. Go online, search. There are several job boards you can go to apply for sponsored jobs. Another generic advice. Where do I go to? Okay, if I even go there, what do I do? How do I tailor my CV? How do I showcase my experience? I'm currently working as a care worker. How do I put that thing on my CV? Do you understand? That's the puzzle question most people find themselves. And like I said, I found myself in that same situation. I was working with DPD. I worked with DPD for over a year, 6 months. And I had just a few months left on my visa before I was able to get my first job. And I eventually went on to sponsor my visa. Okay. So this was me in search of my own UK experience. Okay. So I felt like, what is UK experience? Okay. It means that you are working in the UK. You're currently working for a company based in the UK. So that's what most immigrants feel. I feel like I need to be working in the country. I need to show them I am currently working in the country. So what do you go do? You get a survival job and you add it to your CV immediately. All right, for a year plus. Oh yes, amazing. Oh, are you working with DPD also, Alexander? Okay, yes, I worked with DPD over a year. Okay, and you see that was me. That was my uniform, night shift. I did 3 days. You see, warehouse work is not for the faint-hearted. I did mine for over a year. So when I say I had muscle, I'm not joking, man. Okay. So you see, that's how I was been working, looking for my UK experience. And I did that in the UK. I did that for, like I said, I added it to my CV because I wanted to tell people that I was currently working in the UK. Like I was currently working. And if you give me a chance, I would work. I know how to work. Let me just put it that way. Okay. 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 And that's exactly essentially the case itself. So you see, I had my master's. Okay. I had my master's in data analytics and science, and I was still struggling to get a job. All right. Plus, I had 4 years of non-tech related experience. So back home in Nigeria, before I relocated, I was working in consulting. So I did a bit of management consulting back home in Nigeria. But you see, like I said earlier, there is this tendency of you saying that it's not relevant in the UK. So I never really talked about it. I was always, front burner. I have a master's. I'm currently working, as a warehouse operative in the UK, and this is exactly what I need from you, so on and so forth. So I had completed some courses on, on Udemy, on Coursera, on LinkedIn. I had got a certificate. I posted it on LinkedIn that I got the certificate just to, increase my personal brand, that kind of thing. Then, I finally got a job with a warehouse to also showcase that I had UK experience, that I was working in the country. And that's where a lot of people make the biggest mistake: putting your menial job on your CV. Putting that survival job on your CV is one of the biggest mistakes you're making. Now, you feel, most people feel, and I felt the same thing. I feel like, okay, if you can see my past experience professional, and you can see warehouse operative, and you can see masters on my CV, you can deduce that this person is an international student. The biggest mistake. Oh, do you think a recruiter is reading to be able to think to that capacity? Okay. Do you think a recruiter has the time to think, to read your CV to the extent that they can conclude? All right. They want, you see, you think the HR executive or the recruiter or the employer is waiting for your CV. I want to read your CV. I want to read your CV so I can deduce it. It's a novel, it's a motivational book. Okay. That's exactly the biggest mistake you're making. All right. The assumption that they would read my CV and they would know that if they read it very well, they would know I can do the job. The biggest mistake with your job application process. All right. You see, another you see, even in my own situation, just like most immigrants, no job offer. You are filled, your email is filled with rejection emails. You're frustrated. Okay. And that frustration brings people together. Okay, immigrants come together. Let's come together. Let's have a game night. Okay, let's have a game session, and then we talk about our experiences. Oh, but I don't been here for 4 years. I've been here for 5 years. I've been here for 7 years. Since I came here, I know somebody that has been here for 20 years. That person never get job. That person's never gotten a job. That's the frustration bringing people together. And it's not bad. It's not a bad thing. I was also in that group, working in the warehouse. Most of the people I had around me also were either working in the warehouse, working in the care space, or working customer service. They were all doing survival jobs. All right. So you see that frustration brings people together, and you start to rationalize that it's impossible for you to get a job in the UK. That's how you just rationalize that it's just difficult, and that's how you see that your visa is running out. Now, if you have a visa sponsored already, you don't need sponsorship. That's good for you. That's great. But some people have a timeline, and that timeline is 2 years. You need to get a job that will sponsor your visa. That's exactly what is the frustration for most people. Now, I want to ask you this question. I want to bring this to your level. Okay. You have a problem with your phone fell down, the screen cracked, or something happens to the phone, and you took it to a phone repair shop. All right. And you meet this guy. Let's say his name is Alex. You meet this guy over here. Okay, no, let's use another name. Let's say his name is Paul. I don't know if there's a Paul on the call, but I don't want to use Alex because there's an Alex I've seen on the call. Okay. Let's say his name is Paul. Okay. And you see Paul, and you're talking to Paul. Paul, my phone fell yesterday. It cracked on the screen, but the phone is not coming on at the moment. Is there something you could do for me? And this guy is looking at you and tells you, please bring your phone. Let me check it out for you. Let me check it out for you. Would you hesitate to give him your phone? Would you hesitate to give him your phone? Do you understand? Would you look at him again and say, Baba, bros, bro, are you good? Are you the one fixing phones in this place? And the reason why you would ask the question is on his overall, there is cleaner clearly written on it. Okay? So this guy is a cleaner. Okay? Even though he's holding the phone, well, he's a cleaner. You understand? So would you give this guy your phone? Let me ask you guys. So I want to confirm. Would you give this guy your phone? Would you give Paul your phone to fix, to check it out? Let me see the people that have good risk. Okay. 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 Nobody. Let me see. Just give me an answer in the chat. Yes or no. Yes or no. Yes, no. Yes, no. No. So I can see a lot of no. Okay. Awesome. All right. Also, you can see that's the door you're giving you. So you see, the moment you also the moment you also put those survival jobs on your CV, this is how you look. This is how you look, honestly speaking. That's how you look. So you're saying that you want me to hire a project manager, but your CV today, you have customer rep, with HSBC, you're customer service representative, you're customer success, you're working in the warehouse with Amazon. All right. So you see, how do people trust that your experience? Okay. So you see, even though the cleaner is just he just picked up a random overall, just he just picked up a random overall to wear it over himself to just avoid stains. You're going to hesitate, even if he is the manager of the store, but because you're looking at his overall and you can see clearly there's a cleaner written on it, you are going to hesitate to proceed with a work. Okay? You're going to hesitate. Everybody would hesitate. I would hesitate. I would ask the question, are you the one fixing phones? Can you get somebody, one of the mechanic, one of the specialists to come speak, so I can speak with them. All right. Until I give him the opportunity to speak about his experience, until he opens his mouth to tell me that, oh, I'm the owner of the shop. Like I just picked a random one of the overalls because I felt like I didn't want to stain my t-shirt and all that. Even with that explanation, I will still be, I will still have questions. So you see, the way you package yourself, the way you frame your experience matters significantly in every job application process. You don't want to give room for any doubts. Okay. So the typical recruiter will look at your CV for 6 seconds. 6 seconds. And the moment they can scan your CV and they can see any discrepancy, they are putting your CV away because they have a lot of people that have applied for the job. So if they have 6 seconds to look at your CV, don't give them a chance to see a discrepancy in your CV. So, like I have here on my CV, okay? This person is a project manager, okay? Let me just get like a laser pinpoint. This person was an actual project manager in Nigeria, working with First Bank Nigeria, okay? A project manager, okay? I forgot to change the date, but let's just say the guy has been doing project management for a while, okay? And now currently moved to the UK. He did his master's in project management. He has a PMP certified Scrum Master and has completed project management courses on LinkedIn, Udemy, and online courses essentially. All right. But currently his current experience is warehouse operative. I can tell you for free, this person will struggle to get a job. The reason why this person will struggle, and it will look as though is my past experience not valid. It's not because it's not valid, because you feel, you honestly think that the employer or the recruiter has the time to read through all your experiences in order for them to deduce that you can do the job. You feel like they have enough time to read your CV, for them to read through your CV and know that you can do the job. So you see, they have 6 seconds, 6 to 10 seconds to review your CV, and they're scanning. They're scanning for what they can see, what they are looking for. They're looking for certain keywords, and that is exactly what they're scanning for. So the moment they see warehouse operative and they see project manager, there is a massive contradiction. Massive. How are you a project manager? And all of a sudden you're working in a warehouse. I don't want to know your explanation. I don't want to hear your explanation. I'm not going to send you an invite for me to speak with you. Do you understand? Because there are over 200, 300, 400, 500 applicants that I still have to review. But you gave me a reason to not trust your resume. Do you understand? If you're following me, give me a thumbs up, please. If you're learning from this, please give me a thumbs up. I love to hear. I love feedback. Shola, awesome, 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 beautiful. I love this. I love this. Guys. I love interaction, guys. Okay, so please, I want to keep you engaged. We have just about 30 more plus minutes, so I want to keep it very simple. So that's the dilemma of most immigrants in the UK. I'm currently doing this job in the UK. Can I still use it? Is it usable? Is this experience? Is it valid? That's the question most immigrants find themselves. So your past experience, first of all, is 100% valid. You work as a teacher, please. That teaching experience is great. You can use it for cybersecurity. You can use it for business analysis. You can use it for project management. You could use it for any of the experiences you're going to look for. It's how you frame it. Okay. You won't say you are a teacher anymore. All right. And that's because, and I tell people this story a little bit. Okay. If brands like Coca-Cola, the content of Coca-Cola is still the same thing. The content is still the same thing. It doesn't change. All right. But the branding, the container can change. They can have a bottle. They can have a PET bottle. They can have a plastic bottle. They can have a bottle that is fat. They can have a bottle that is tall. They can have a bottle. They have several brands. So how is it that you as a professional cannot rebrand your experiences? Why is it frowned upon? Why do you think it's bad if you rebrand yourself? Why is rebranding such a terrible thing for an immigrant? So you see that your teaching experience, your customer service experience, your entrepreneurship experience. I personally love to work with entrepreneurs because as an entrepreneur, you are everything. Your customer service, your project manager, you're a business analyst, you're cybersecurity, you're a web developer, you're everything. So that experience is such a beautiful experience to work with. If you're a teacher, you've managed projects. Why do I say that? For all your teaching experiences, all your classes, the people, the stakeholders, the headmaster, you have managed different projects. Okay. As a business analyst, you're managing the students' expectation, your own expectation, and you have the overall goal, which is for them to pass an exam. You have done requirement gathering, you've done elicitation unconsciously, you've done data analysis, you've done data science unconsciously. You just need to know how to reframe that experience and put it to your CV. So you see, today, one thing that we can establish on this call, today is that your past experience is 100% valid. It's gold, okay? It's gold. We're going to keep it. We're going to use it, okay? Now, the next thing is your current experience. That's the one you have question marks, okay? That's the one you have current question mark, because if you're working in the warehouse, can you change your experience? Can you adjust that experience? Question mark. It's possible depending on your situation, and it's also not possible depending on your situation. All right. And I would give an example. So my job when I was working with DPD, okay, working in the warehouse, an opportunity came up for a web or for a BI developer role. I applied for that role. Okay. I cannot lie on my CV that I am working with DPD as a data analyst. It's not possible. Do you understand? Because it's the same organization, I had to put it there. I'm currently working in the warehouse. All right. And that's exactly how I was able to use that to beat the first level. I'm currently working in the organization, so I know the organization. So it's easy for me to transition. I had experience and reframe my past experiences into BI development, data analytics. So that was easy for me. So you're currently working with the NHS, correct? You're working as a care worker with the NHS. You cannot say you're currently a project manager because they have your information. All right. So how do you package yourself? That's a different situation. We will talk about that. How you reframe it is going to be different from somebody that is currently working as a care worker with another private institution. It's going to be different. So how you reframe that current experience is very, very important. All right. Now, the gold one, the UK related experience. So UK related experience. So now, your current experience cannot give you reference letter. Okay? Your current work experience, because you're not a project manager with the warehouse that you're working. Okay? You are not a project manager with the customer service company you're working with. Do you understand? So it means that you cannot get reference in the UK. So you need somebody to back up that your experience. You need something that would sort of solidify that your experience in the UK, that can back up that your career related experience. And that's what we're going to focus on for a few minutes. Okay. All right. So let's delve into these. Some things that are obstructing from you getting a job. Okay. Now, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know this. But number one thing that might be obstructing you today is your CV. Not the content. Forget the content. The structure of your CV can actually be the thing that is disturbing you from getting a job today. All right. Does anybody know what the word ATS stands for? Does anybody know what ATS stands for? Let me see. 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 Let's go. Does anybody know what ATS stands for? Does anybody know what ATS stands for? Let me see. Put it in the chat. Let's see. Applicant tracking system. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And let me do a demo for you today. Let me do this demo. Let me do a quick demo for you. So today, let's go. Let me bring up a CV. I brought a CV for you guys today. Okay. I brought a CV for you guys today. Okay. And I'm going to bring it here. Now, this CV, I used this CV for a while, when I was looking for a job, and I was consistently getting rejection emails. Consistently, I was just getting rejection email. And all of a sudden, I was watching a video on CV review, applicant tracking system, and so on and so forth. And I learned something very early. And that's what I want to do for you today. I want you guys to learn. And that's what I'm telling you. If you have anybody that is looking for a job, please bring them into this call. They will learn a lot, okay? So I was using the CV and I was getting rejection emails. The CV looks beautiful. Guess what? I paid somebody to design the CV for me. This was, I would say, a good number of years ago, all right? I paid somebody to do the CV for me. So I felt it was professional. The person it's the company, not even the company is based in Nigeria, okay? If you're in Nigeria, you probably know this company. I paid this company in Nigeria to do this particular this CV for me, and they had done the CV for me. So I felt like it was standard. It was great. Not until I was watching a video on YouTube, and it was talking about applicant tracking system, how they work, and everything. So let me tell you how they work. So applicant tracking system, when you upload your CV, like you want to apply for it, you go on LinkedIn, you go on Indeed, you go on any job board, and you go apply for a role. All right. They don't take your PDF document. They don't take that PDF. They save the PDF document, but they copy the content of your CV, the content of that PDF document. They copy it and they crawl it. They call it crawling, okay, for keywords. They crawl it for keywords. So typically, let me show you what happens. So the perfect way for you to do this is, on your system, on your computer, look for what we call text box. What do they call that thing again? Text, let me see. Notepad. It's called a notepad. So just look for a notepad on your system. I'm going to bring one to the screen now. Okay. Look for a notepad, empty notepad, a text document. So if you're using a MacBook, you can just get like a note, any notes, really. It doesn't matter. Just a plain note. Okay. Now, what you want to do to test if your CV is great, okay, is Control A. Control A basically select every content on your CV. Select every single content on your CV and copy. So right click and copy the content. Now, what you want to do is go to the text document and paste it. Paste it in there. Paste it in there. Okay? Now, everything looks fantastic. Everything looks good. Okay? Until you notice something. Until you start to notice something. You see, my core and technical skills, there is nothing in there. Nothing is in my core and technical skill. Do you understand? So it looks good. When I convert this to PDF and I submit it to my, for my role, I think I'm good. I think I'm Gucci. Let me use my word. I think I'm good. Do you understand? But you see, all the technical skills, the core and technical skills, blatantly missing. Now let's take a look at this. Okay, you'll find out that majority of the CVs that uses boxes, you see this text box, all these text boxes, okay, this text box, okay, they don't help with your CV. They don't. All right, you see all the text boxes that you have here. So the moment I copy, it looks as if it is copied, okay, and I come to the text, you see it is missing, totally missing, and you'll be asking yourself, they said they are looking for Python. They said they are looking for Excel. I added it to my core and technical skills. So what else are they looking for? Why did I get a rejection email? Why? But you will not find out that it wasn't. Like, they did not just see it. They didn't see it. That's the reason why you got a rejection email. So having a great CV template is one of the reasons why you will likely get interviews. Okay. So what I've done for you is I have a CV that our interns use for, we use for creating their CV. All right. So we will help you with your CV anyways, but this is the CV that we use. Now, if you want to get access to this template CV, fill the attendance. All you need to do is fill the attendance. I will send it to you. Like I said, for you just attend it. This is a special offer I'm giving to you. This is my personal CV. So I'm going to send you the CV that you can start to use. You can start to tailor for your own job opportunity. It's 8 years optimized. So you see, if I copy everything, Control C, Control A, Control C, and I go to my text box and I paste it, every single thing is there. The name, the email, phone number, everything, core and technical skills clearly written out, professional experience clearly written out, everything structured, everything 8 years optimized. So all you need to do today, fill the attendance. That's all you need to do. If you want to get access to this document, all you need to do today is fill the attendance. This is my personal CV, so I don't share it with everybody. Okay. All right. I don't share this with everybody. So if you want to get access to this, please fill the attendance and I would literally send it to you. Okay. Because there's not a way for me to get it across to you. Okay. So fill the attendance and I'll send you this document. Okay. Now, that's the first thing. So you see, the structure of your CV is the first thing, not even the content. We're not even talking about content yet. Okay. The structure of your CV is one of the major challenges that you face. But you see, I want to play this video for you. There's this video, one of our interns that got a job. Okay. I'll just play the first 30-40 seconds. Okay. I'll just play the first 30 seconds and you'll see what he has to say about the CV session. What we did for his CV, and now he got a job. He currently works, as a data analyst with a company based in the UK. All right. And I want to play that for you in a few seconds. Okay. It's not going to take, I'll just play the first. It's a 6 minutes video, so I'm definitely not going to play the entire video. All right. Because we don't have too much time. So I'll keep it very short and quick. Okay. Boom. I want to share the audio. That's why I'm waiting for that to load. All right, so I'm going to play this. It takes the first 34 seconds.
Chance of me on landing the data analyst role.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I'd like to know, right, what was the biggest challenge you say you faced in your job search phase, right? As job seekers, there are always challenges here and there. So what would you say was the major challenge that you faced?
I think one of my biggest challenges was number one with my CV structure. Already, to me, it felt like the best. I did some research online. Like that, I think that would have actually counted against me after I saw the CV template from, I can't remember, I'm sure it's the CV template that really works. I just changed my CV to that part of one. And also the next part was also interview preparation. Yeah, in my head, I will feel, I've done everything, I've done my research, and I'm well prepared to face the panel. And that I just face the panel. If I just treat a question that I never thought of or you didn't know how to go about answering them, that was also an issue there. And I think the last one was.
All right, so that's, you can see, clearly stated out. I mean, he currently works as a data analyst. He currently works as a data analyst for a company based in the UK. Now, it clearly said it. CV was one of the major challenges that he had. Two things: interview preparation also. Even though I have another person that talks entirely, another person that got a job, another intern that got a job. But I will probably play that maybe towards the end of the session. Okay. So you see, CV is one of the major challenges most people have. All right. So someone is saying they cannot see the attendance. Please, could you post the attendance again? So I have my colleagues on the call. Please, could you post the attendance again so that they can get it? Okay. Awesome. All right, so if you want the access to the CV template, all you need to do is, fill the attendance. I'll send you the CV structure. It's something that's worked for all our interns. So you see a question that we're talking to today, that is one of the CV. This is a template that you currently use in order for you to get a job, and that's what our interns actually use. All right. So moving on to the other thing that I wanted to talk about. Okay. So the other struggle people talk about is interview preparation, getting an interview, the ability for you to go for an interview and impress the interview. So when we're talking about CV, we're talking about two things before I move away from CV. We're talking about the structure of your CV and also the content of your CV. The content of your CV is also very, very important. And we'll talk about that in a few seconds. Now, the interview preparation, okay, is another thing. So a lot of people don't know how to interview, how to prep for these interviews. And nobody really teaches you how to prep for interviews. I mean, there are videos online that, that can guide you on what to do, but it's not necessarily structured towards the kind of role that you're looking at getting into. So it's more generic answer. Oh, research your company before you go for the interview. Oh, you need to know how to answer, tell me about yourself question. Oh, you need to know. These questions exist. But currently, I'm applying for a project manager role with the NHS, and I have an interview coming up. How do I prepare for this role? How do I tell them about myself when I go for that interview? That is the problem. So you see, you cannot. There is no generic way of going for an interview and preparing for an interview. It has to be tailored. It has to be tailored to the role that you're going into. So you see, interview approach is also something else. So you see people going for an interview, and I made the same mistake. You go for an interview, and the next thing they're asking you is, in the question they're asking you, tell me about yourself. And you see, most people would go by saying, oh, my name is Ifemena Epro. I currently do this work. Okay, I currently work as this in this particular organization. And prior to this, I used to work as a this. Prior to that one, I used to work. Then you start to recount your past experiences to make them see that you have the experience, that you have the experience, the right experience. Or you start with your past experience. Oh, I started working as a project manager, or I started working as a data analyst, or I started working as a this, then I transitioned to this. Then you narrate your CV again back to them. You regurgitate that experiences back to them. And you see, that's not the way to answer questions. All right. So when they ask you interview questions, when they ask you tell me about yourself questions, okay, let me even show you how to prep. Let me just show you how to prep, so we don't take too much time. So what I've done also is I've designed what I use to prepare people for interviews. Like I said, I've been doing this for a very long time. So I have this prompts that I use to prep people for interviews. So whenever an interview is coming up, this is the prompt I would use to prep you for an interview. Okay. So you see, it's structured in a way that it will help you, provide you with the right questions to ask in order for you to prepare for that interview. It will also go ahead to even teach you how to answer those type of questions whenever they come up. So you see, I'm going to be sharing this prompt with you also. So if you want to get access to this prompt, just fill the attendance, CV prompt, everything I have on the session, I'm going to be sharing everything with you. So all you need to do is just fill the attendance, okay? So I want to do a demo for you. I want to do a quick demo for you. All right. So I'm going to go to the NHS website because I know most people are looking for a job. NHS Jobs UK. Okay. Now, if you're currently looking for a job, what job are you looking for? Put it in the comments. Let me see. If you're currently looking for a job, the one that is the most consistent, that's what I'm going to do practical with. So if you're currently, just give me the acronym. If it is data analytics, it's data science, it's cybersecurity, it is project management, supply chain, that's data analytics, that's BA, business analyst. I need more. I want to do a demo real quick on one role. Project management, data analytics is leading with 2 roles now. So I need, in the next 5 seconds, if I can get, cybersecurity, project management, 2-2, BA, 3-2, 2-2, wow, going, gone. All right, so I think project management is the most. Okay, I can see a lot of project management. I can see a lot of project management here. All right, so we're going to work with project management, but it doesn't change. It's still the same thing. It doesn't change. Okay, so number 1, let's use the NHS. The reason why I'm using the NHS is because most people are looking for sponsorship. Most of us are. I could see a lot of ones in the chat when we started. So most people are looking for sponsorship. You're looking for sponsorship, and you're coming to the NHS website, and you're searching for a job. Take for example, project management. Okay, how do you search? The search is the most important thing in your search in getting a job in the NHS. The number 1 thing first is the search. So what are you going to search for? Okay, I'm going to search for one keyword: project manager. Okay, and I'll press enter. I'll press search. Now, the way the project, the way the search engine works is it searches for each word in the job title. It searches for each word. So it will look for every job title that has project inside and it will bring it out for you. So project coordinator, project this, project that. You see everything that has project inside, it will bring it out for you. Everything that has manager, it will bring it out for you. So you see in your search, you could also search for other keywords. Okay, you could also search for other keywords that you could do that a project manager can do. Take, for example, there's a lot of roles which we call delivery manager, delivery associate, delivery this, delivery that. It's a project manager role. So I'll look for another keyword called delivery. So any role that has the word delivery will come out. Okay. In the same thing, I'll look for other roles that have coordinator. Okay. Okay. Coordinator in there. So project manager, delivery manager, coordinator, project coordinator, everything will come out. Okay. And I'll throw in one more, PMO, project management office. I'll throw it inside again. So now what am I trying to do? I'm trying to give myself as much opportunities within the NHS that I can do. Okay, so I'm a project manager. I know project management. I've studied it. You know, I know it. I know Agile. I know Scrum. I know Kanban. I know all these things. You know, I know Prince2. You know, I know how to use Trello. I know how to do all this fancy stuff. Okay, I want to get a job in the NHS. First is your search. Okay, so most people just go there and search for project manager, and that's the end, and they apply and they're done. No, this is exactly why most people are getting jobs with us. All right, so I'm going to click on search, and you see currently it is 10,237. But I'm going to click on search now, and you see it's likely going to increase. Okay, so it's increased from 3 something to about 10,962. So about 300 jobs have been added that was not there before, have been added. Okay, now the next thing, you're looking for sponsorship. You're not looking for any role. You're looking for roles that you know that will sponsor your visa. So the filter is the next thing that you need to focus on. The filter is the next thing you need to focus on. Now, the next thing is working pattern. If you want to get visa sponsorship, it must be a full-time role. You cannot get a part-time role and get visa sponsored. So why are you looking at it? Why are you trying to apply for it? Do you understand? There are a lot of full-time roles that you could still apply to. Don't waste your time on roles that cannot sponsor your visa. So that's number one. Working pattern must be full-time. Okay, contract time, permanent. It has to be permanent. It must be permanent. It must be permanent. What the Lord has, sorry, I thought this to service. So sorry about that. Okay, so all right, contract type has to be permanent also. All right. It must be permanent. It must be a permanent role. It cannot be a fixed term contract. It cannot be an apprenticeship. It must be permanent. Do you get me? So working pattern is full-time, contract type is permanent, okay? And salary range, guys, salary range. Don't apply for a 28K role. Don't apply for a 30K role. Don't apply for a 35K role. Focus on 40 to 50, 50 to 60. So your current role, for you to get visa sponsorship in the UK today, it has to be 1,700. You get me? That's the baseline. Please, anybody that tells you, oh, you can get a graduate role, okay, and you can get sponsored with that graduate role at 38,000 pounds, go and look for a graduate role. First of all, go and search for a graduate role. Go and look for it. Okay. Now, you see, the reason why the graduate roles are very competitive is it's every graduate in the UK is applying for that role. Every graduate. So people that just finished BSc, people that just finished their MSc, immigrants that traveled from another country to they're looking. So we're talking about thousands of applications. Do you understand? In order for you to get that role. So what are the chances? Very slim. So what you want to do, the reason why they increase the money to 41,700 is to let you know that they are focused on people that have experience. So now you see, let's apply this filter. Then you see what the UK government is looking for. All right. So working part-time, full-time, contract type, permanent, pay range 40 to 50, 50 to 60,000 pounds, and click on search. Click on search. Now your 10,000 roles that exist earlier, about 8,500 plus, okay, were not relevant to you for sponsorship. They were not absolutely not relevant to you. Now, for you that are not looking for visa sponsorship, please apply to all those roles. Apply to them. As long as the salary is within the salary range you're looking for, please apply. Okay? It doesn't stop you. And that's why I say it is you're still benefiting from this. Okay. So now you see that most of these roles are now senior project manager capital development, project manager capital. You can see all this capital development, if elective reform commissioning project manager. Amazing. You can see this, you see this one. So this is the clinical coding delivery manager. Now you would not apply for this role if the keyword delivery was not there. You see, you will not get this. Okay. So you see transformation. Okay, that's another word. Okay, project management transformation. Even business analysts adding transformation to it will be very good. Transformation, digital, all these words are very good words. Now, do you know what? I'm for people that fill the attendance, I'm going to do a keyword search for NHS. So it's not part of the things I have here, but if you fill the attendance, I'll do those keywords and I'll put it for all the career paths that we have, and you can use this in your job search. Okay, so the keywords that you can add to every job role, I'm going to add it to there. So if you fill the attendance, I would also send that to you. Okay. Amazing. I mean, it's a free session, but you're getting so much offers, isn't it? This is beautiful, isn't it? Let's go. I love this. So now that's the number of roles. Let's do a deep dive to one role, and then we could call it, we could move to something else. So let's take a look at any role. These roles are like 50Ks and above, which is good. So I'm just going to select any one of them. All right. So you see, this is a senior project manager role. Please don't be scared to apply for senior project manager roles. The reason why you might be scared is because you feel like you don't have the right experience. Don't worry. That's exactly what Ambari is going to do for you. Okay? That's literally why we are here. All right? That is why we are here. We are going to hold your hands. Okay? So you see how I'm holding your hands through this. Don't worry. The internship itself is so much more than this 2-hour session that we have here today. So you see this. Let's go straight into, for this senior project manager role, okay? Let's go to the person specification. So basically, they are looking for somebody. They're looking for someone to fill this role, and they're telling you this is how the person should look like. This is how the person should look like. The person should be 6 feet. The person should have muscle. The person should be wearing a black t-shirt. They are looking for me essentially. Don't worry, I'll apply. Okay. I'm just joking. All right. So qualification. Okay. Educated to postgraduate diploma level in a relevant subject. So you see, this basically is telling you that if you have a degree, it's fine. In a relevant subject, they did not specify the subject. In a relevant. So what do you mean by relevant? So if I did urban planning, is it relevant? Yes. Is it what? Why would you do? What are you not planning? Okay. Or if you did pharmacy, is it relevant? 100%. Yes, it is. Okay. So you see that it's not a burner to say that, oh, if I did not study project management in school. No, that's not what they're looking for. You see here, or means that if you don't have that first one, let's say even if you doubt the first one that you think you don't have it, you have the next one, which is equivalent experience. Okay. All right. Of continued professional development projects. Okay. Development, project management office qualification, or equivalent experience. You see how experience is just repeated several times. Experience in this, experience with that, experience. So you see, experience is your trump card, is your tom card. So you see when you're playing, is it what or Joker? There is a card that once you put it on the card like this, you can request for anything. I know for the people that are playing cards, okay, either it's a what or it is Joker or any card game. Or if you ever played Uno, there is a reverse card that once you put it in, okay, it pumps everything. You can ask for anything. That's exactly what experience does for you. Reverse, exactly. It helps you it's basically, it reverses every single thing. Okay. And the reason why I say it is very simple. We're going to do interview prep. We're going to do an interview prep for this role. So you tell me who would succeed better. Someone that has a master's, a degree, certification and everything, and somebody that has only experience. Who would they choose? Or who would you choose? We'll do that in a few seconds. So now you see, desirable master level qualification. So they didn't specify the level of masters, but master's level is desirable, but not. It's this, if you have it, okay. Desirable. I desire it. I desire to have a Lamborghini. Do I have it? No. But you see, if it comes, I will take it. You get me? So desirable. That's what it is. All right. So essential experience of management and managing successful projects. That is experience that I'm looking for. Essential, not desirable. This is essential. Okay. So you see, now desirable. This is where a lot of people will make. This is where a lot of people would fall short a little bit. This is where a lot of people will fall short because you've never worked with the NHS before. So why are they asking you for NHS experience? That's why you say, yeah. And I almost qualified for this role. I almost, but you see, I don't have NHS experience. If you may not help me, how do I get NHS experience? So you see, experience as a formal project manager, experience of working within the NHS. So you see, that's exactly where a lot of people, fall short. A lot of people fall short of that. So how do you get NHS experience when you have never worked with the NHS? So basically, these people are essentially only looking for people that have worked with the NHS. That's what they're looking for. All right. So me that just came from Nigeria, I just came from Ghana. I just finished my master's from Ghana. I just finished my master's and I'm in the UK. I'm from Kenya. I'm from Tanzania. I'm from India. I'm from Pakistan. I'm from all these countries. I've never worked with the NHS before. So are you saying I should not apply for this job? That's exactly where Amdari comes in. Don't worry, I'm going to explain it. I mean, we're doing something amazing for immigrants in the UK. And honestly, you have no idea how we're solving this problem. Don't worry, I'm going to share it with you. So quickly, we're going to do something very quickly. I'm going to open my Claude account. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to open my Claude account. Okay, I'll be using Claude, but you could also use ChatGPT. Really, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything for you. So all you want to do very quickly is I'm going to copy everything. I want to interview prep for this role. Okay, and the reason why I want to interview prep for this role is to show you that certification is not what you need to focus on. Okay, so if you have certification and you get an interview, somebody that did work experience internship with us and directly, or somebody that has experience, will always beat you in an interview process. Okay, now let's go straight into it. So what I'll do is I'm going to go to my prompt, okay, and I'll copy my prompt. All you need to do is copy the prompt from top to bottom. So if you fill the attendance, like I said, I'm going to send this to you. I'm going to send this across to you. So all you need to do is fill the attendance. I'll send you the prompt. I'll send you everything I'm using in today's session. Just fill the attendance. All right. So fill that. I'm going to copy this. Now get this. I'm going to go to Claude. So you see, everywhere I have a red mark, I'm going to edit it. Okay. Everywhere I have this red stuff, the red text, I would edit it. Okay. That's the only thing that you need to remember. So I'm going to paste it in here. Okay. So I'm going to have this side by side actually. Okay. So you see the first one, interview stage I am preparing for. So for every interview that you get, there is usually a stage. So it's either the HR conversation or it's the first level, the second level, third level, technical level, third level, final interview with the CEO, whatever the case might be, different levels. So this phase is where you add the level you are interviewing for. How you prepare for each level should be different from each other. They have to be different. And HR conversation is different from the first level interview. Okay, so that's exactly what makes us successful, because the way we train you, the way we interview prep you is different. So let's take the first one. I'm going to just say the first round. Okay, I'm going to say the first round. I'm just going to keep it as the first round. Okay, so that we can keep it very simple. Format, if known. Is it a phone call? Is it a video call? Is it in person? Is it technical? Is it case study? I don't know, whatever the case might be. Let's say it's a video call, okay? I'm just It's a virtual video call, so I'll keep it as simple as straightforward as possible. All right. What I most want to help with, okay? What do you need help most with? Okay, so it is, oh, I freeze when it comes to behavioral question. Tell me a time you've done this before. Tell me about your, tell me how you handle complex projects. Tell me how you handle messy data. Tell me how you deal with difficult stakeholders. That kind of behavioral questions. Or I have a gap to explain in my experience. I have a gap in my years of experience. How do I explain that gap? Okay. Oh, I'm changing careers. I'm currently working as a warehouse operative, but I want to get this job as a project manager. Help me. Do you understand? How do I sell myself? Do you understand? Or I lack a certain skill, whatever the case might be. So let's just say I freeze on behavioral questions. I'm going to leave that there because that's where most immigrants freeze. When they start asking you questions, tell me how you've done this before. Tell me how you've done that before. When they ask you like the second, third question, you freeze. You don't know what else to say. That's exactly where it is. So like I said, anywhere you see the red is where you need to edit. Okay. Now the other part is questions they will ask you. Questions they will ask you. So here I have 4 levels. Okay, 4 levels in here. So it's either recruiter first level screening, or hiring manager, or technical case study or skill-based questions, and senior leadership or panel round. Senior leadership, which is usually like the final stage. All right. So you can select any one of them that you want. Let's say for this particular round, I would focus on hiring manager. Okay. But if you want, if you want technical, leave it as technical. If you want everything, leave everything there. It will do the same thing for you. Okay. Now, the last but not the least, okay, is the job description. Okay, is the job description. So you see here, paste the full job description here. So what you want to do now is, I'm going to copy everything from top to bottom. I'll copy everything I see there. I'm going to copy it from top to bottom. Copy it, okay? Copy every single thing. And now come to the bottom here, okay, and just paste it. Okay, paste it. So the job description, okay, I'll put it here as being pasted. Okay, or let me just say attached rather. Okay, simple and short. So if you want to even make this better, okay, if you want to make this significantly better, add your CV. Okay, so if you add your CV, beautiful. So a good way to do this, if you are a member, if you are currently with Amdare, like if you decide to join us at Amdare, you would have access to CV Matchly. Okay, you would have access to CV Matchly, and let me just quickly do it. So CV Matchly is it's an AI powered tool that would help you look at the job description. Once you upload your CV, it will review your CV against the job description, and it will run the analysis for you. Okay, so you see, this is my CV I'm using. It's currently 88%. It's great. It's good. Do you understand? It's good. But some keywords are still missing. Okay, some keywords are still missing, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes. So you see, NHS experience. So that's the key one that is missing. Okay, NHS experience is not on my resume. All right. So some other things that are there: experience within public health, Wales or Welsh government. All those keywords are missing. So I might fall short a little bit. So if I want to optimize my CV, like I want to tailor my CV for the role, I'll just click on optimize CV, and you can see AI suggestions. I like any direct experience working in or with NHS, public health sector, or government health programs. So see, that's exactly what it's telling me to do. All right. So now, if you currently work in the care space, you can leverage your healthcare experience. Number one, if you don't work in the healthcare space, you can work on projects simulated on the NHS and still leverage that experience. Okay, we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But you can just click on generate optimized CV, and it will generate an optimized CV for you immediately in less than 30, I think it's about 35 seconds. It takes a look at your CV that you uploaded, the job description, and writes a perfectly tailored resume for you, ATS optimized. All right. So rather than you trying to figure out How do I optimize? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do all this fancy tailoring CV stuff that people talk about? How do I do this? The tool itself will do that for you as quick and as fast as possible. Looking at the job description, looking at your CV, help you rewrite your CV. So if I click on download CV, okay, it's going to download the CV, and I'm going to open it up for you now, and you'll see it. You'll see it clearly. All right. So you see, I needed a CV, and I'll get a CV in less than a minute. So you see, this is the CV, and this is the PDF document. So you see, if you're an ePro, senior project manager, I'm a senior project manager with 8 years of experience, multi-stakeholder transformation programs, and you can see everything written in a way that is, this. All right. You can see this. I specialize in service transformation for regulated sectors, mapping project delivery to public sector and NHS requirement. Now, you have these keywords there that they are looking for. So now you've done some stuff around the NHS requirement gathering, and all that. How do you sell yourself? So now I have that CV. If I have that CV, I can easily upload that CV, the one I just downloaded. Okay. I can easily do that. But if you don't have that, you can just upload your CV. It's going to do the same thing for you. Okay. So you see how we work smart. We don't work hard. We work smart. So if you want access to all these things, I'm going to send everything to you. Access to CV Matchly, access to all these things, I'm going to send them to you. Just fill the attendance. Okay. I'm going to click on enter. Now I've given the prompt. This is me preparing for an interview. I have an interview coming up with this organization, and it is doing the most for me. It's going to help me prep for the interview. So it's going to take a few seconds. Okay. First one is to decode the job description. Okay. That's the first task, to decode the job description. What this employer actually cares about the most: managing complex interdependent projects. So if you've never done that before, you might struggle to answer questions first off. All right. Stakeholder coordination across crowded political landscape. Okay. Public sector NHS delivery experience. Okay. Service transformation and continual improvement, formal PM methodology credentials, ownership and data-driven reporting. So all these things, are the things. And the reason why is broken down this way is so that you know what to expect. You know how to prepare for the interview. You know exactly what to do to prepare for the interview. So now, what are the likely questions so we don't take too much time? Okay. All right. Hiring manager round questions. So you see, this is where you clearly know that your certification is, I won't use the word useless. Okay. I won't use the word useless, but it is blatantly not relevant, because they're likely going to ask you a question. Walk me through a transformation program you led with multiple interdependent work streams. How did you keep the dependencies from derailing it? How does the PMP certification help you answer this question? So even if you have a PMP, you have a master's, you have all these things, how does this degree and certification help you answer this kind of question? Do you understand? Now, if you take the next word, okay, this role works with public health Wales, digital healthcare Wales, and Welsh government. Tell me a time you have had an alignment stakeholder who didn't report to you and didn't initially agree. Okay, so who didn't report to you and didn't initially agree? So have you done anything like that before? Do you understand? All right. Tell me about a project that was going off track. How did you spot it? And what corrective actions did you take? Amazing. You see, this is where people fall off. This is where a lot of people fall off. So you're focusing on the wrong thing. Oh, I need to get a course. I need to buy a course. I need to learn more. I need to learn more. I need to buy a new program. I need to learn. Learning doesn't get you the job. Experience does. Because they're going to ask you this question. Either you have a certificate, you have a master's, you have a PhD, you have everything. They're likely going to ask you this question. Now, from the bottom of your heart, you can answer the question. You know the person that would likely answer this question the most is someone that has experience, somebody that has delivered this before. Is the only person that can get this job. So it's not discriminatory. They don't discriminate. It's your experience is not valid. Do you understand? Or the certification and the thoughts, the things you're saying during the interview is just not valid. So it's a very detailed, and detailed strategy document. Now, if you want answers to these questions, some of the questions, like you want answers to the questions, you see there's about 3 prompts I have here for coming up with potential answers to these questions. If you fill the form, I'm going to send everything to you. Just fill the attendance. I'll send everything to you. So without wasting too much time, how does Amdari help you? How does Amdari help you with this work experience? That's the last thing. Related UK experience. This experience that you can use during the interviews to talk about where do you get it? And that's exactly where Amdari comes in. And this is Laura. Okay, Laura got a job as a document controller. Don't take my word for it. I'm gonna play this video in the first 30 seconds again. The first 30 seconds is very integral in most of the testimonials, and it's unconscious. Okay, so but just listen to this 30 seconds.
Awesome. So yeah, I know you mentioned it before, but can you just just talk in specific terms, the things about Amdari or the experiences or the Amdari processes that actually contributed to the success of this, you landing this role?
Okay, so when I joined Amdari, I was told that within 2 months of joining Amdari, you're going to get a job, because I've been having so many jobs here. And I was like, okay, I wasn't skeptical because I saw the reviews on Instagram before joining Amdari. I was like, let's see how it goes. I wasn't expecting in my wildest dreams that I'm going to land this role within 1 month. I just joined Amdari last month. So this Amdari internship program really helped me, to be very honest. It helped me. And I became very proud of myself. I was able to get some insights into, here in the UK, they would say, oh, it's very difficult for an immigrant to get very lovely jobs, corporate jobs, and all of that. It was very hard to believe. But Amdari helped me see that this is very possible. You can learn whatever you want to. You can get that job. So Amdari has really opened.
All right. So that was Laura. Laura got a job as a document controller with the NHS. And that is, after she completed the GRC work experience program. So you see, even when she was taking it, she went through the first 1 month, applied, and eventually she was able to get a job. And it's such an interesting story because you see, when we say the statistics we are not saying it just for the sake of saying it. In 4 months, the work experience program is for 4 months. 6 out of 10 of our interns will get a job in 4 months. 6 out of 10. We get a job in 4 months. Laura is a typical example. Within 7 months, okay, the number increases from 6 to 9, okay, within 7 months. How do we do this? I'm going to explain everything to you in the next 10-15 minutes, and I'll take questions and we'll call it a day. All right. So you see, Laura is one typical example. In 4 months, 6 out of 10 of our interns will get a job. In 7 months, the number increases from 6 to 9 people. All right. So you see, the other statistic I'm going to share with you is 85% of our interns get at least 2 interviews within the first 4 to 6 weeks of the program. How do we do this? We have partnership with CV Matchly, and that's what I was showing you earlier. All right, where you see on this job board now, you see something here on the left. We have a partnership with CV Matchly. So with CV Matchly, it helps you auto apply for the role. So rather than you trying to think, what do I write? How do I answer this question? Let's say in the NHS, and they ask you a question around, there are questions in the track application where they ask you a question, tell me how you've handled something before, tell me how you do this, and you're wondering how to answer this question. This tool will help you do all those thinking. It literally has your CV, has your information, it will fill the form for you. You can see it here, you are all set. The agent fills the form and pauses before submitting for your review. So NHS applications, civil service applications, it's going to help you with auto apply. So even on the first feature there, okay, on the Chrome extension, you will see auto apply, and it can help you apply for the role. So if I click on auto apply on this page, it will read the page, click on apply button, take you to the next page, and continue with your application process. So when we say that it helps you, 85% of the people that join us will get an interview, or at least 2 interviews in the first 4 to 6 weeks. This is exactly how we get it done. So 100 of people who landed the job have said that the work experience internship, you heard it from Laura, you heard it from Okoyemi I played earlier, and if you joined earlier, you would have listened to other people talk about the work experience internship and how it has helped them get a job. So you see, we focus on 6 career paths, not because of anything. We focus on 6 career paths. So we focus on data analytics. So somebody said supply chain analyst is still data analytics. I worked in supply chain, and most of my experience outside the country has been in logistics and supply chain. So it's data analytics. It's a data science. Okay. So you see data analytics, project management, GRC, business analysis, data science, and cybersecurity. So for cybersecurity, we focus majorly on SOC and threat intelligence. Now, the reason why we focus on this 6 career path is simple. It's simple. Number one, it is high in demand. Okay, it's high in demand. Most immigrants are looking for jobs that are high in demand. That's why we focus on those 6. Now, the other thing is visa sponsorship. Okay, now if you look at visa sponsored roles in the UK, it's limited. All right, so we're looking at high volume. Okay, high demand roles that we know that if you decide to join us today, there is job guarantee possibility. All right, we don't want you to dabble into your career path. We know that, okay, you might get a job, you might not get. We want to guarantee you a job. Do you understand? And that's the reason why we focus on the 6 career path. So you see all the testimonials that we're showing. It's not because it's not because we just randomly selected it. No, it was clearly taught. It was clearly put into consideration. So we want to personally guarantee that you get a job. All right. And we guarantee you listening to me today, you can get a job as an immigrant in the UK. That's exactly why we are doing the 6 career path. All right. So you see a perfect example. You can see this is Abisoye. Abisoye, you can see it on the LinkedIn. You can see it on this LinkedIn. Let me get my laser pen so you can see pointer. So you see Abisoye, you can see SOC analyst Amdari contract. All right, September 2025 to March 2026, 7 months. All right, and you can see now currently works as a cybersecurity specialist with the Royal Devon University Healthcare NHS Foundation. So you see, we posted on LinkedIn. All right, grateful to have started a new role as a cybersecurity specialist at Royal Devon University Healthcare NHS, and this is a cybersecurity role. So you see, we can say about the role of the internship. So this UK experience that you're looking for, that's exactly what we provide you with. All right. So even in North America, even in Canada, so this session is tailored for the guys in the UK. So we have a session in the evening for the guys in Canada. So it's 8 p.m. That's what we're doing it for the guys in the UK. So even in Canada, it's the same thing. We have the same operations for the guys in Canada and the UK, Canada and the US. All right. So this is Abisoye, got a job, full visa sponsorship in the UK. And that's a perfect example. This is another person. You see, we've not repeated people. I've not repeated testimonials. These are actual human beings. You can check them out on LinkedIn. You can check them out everywhere. Do you understand? You can check them out. That's fine. So if you may not, how can Amdari help me very quickly in 10 minutes? We're going to do 3 things for you. 3 things for you. All right. UK work experience. Number one thing that you need the most, UK experience. And why do you need it the most? They need to back up your experience. Okay? They need to back up your experience. You said you've been a cybersecurity professional. And somebody send me a reference that you've actually done this job before. That's exactly what we do for you. You work on this project, you get assigned to different projects based on startup, based on NHS, based on civil service. You assign this project, you deliver on this project, and that's why we can back up your experience. Okay. Now the next thing is tailored employability, and we have last but not the least, job application. Okay, which is one of the biggest headache for most immigrants. Because applying for a job is a job on its own. Okay, applying for a job, okay, today, it's a job on its own. And that's exactly where we support you. All right. So now, UK work experience, how do we deliver this in 4 months? Very quickly. So now you're coming into the program. We don't like to call you an intern. We don't refer you as an intern. All right. We refer to you as a consultant. Okay. So why consulting? Because you're going to be working with different types of organization. And I'm going to tell you the type of organization in a few seconds. You're going to be working with these different organizations, and you'll be gaining experience solving problems of these various organizations. Now, you would also be paired with a specialist. Now, a specialist is someone that has a wealth of experience in the domain. So if it's project management, if it's business analysis, if it's GRC, if it's a cybersecurity, someone that has done this, has a minimum of 5 to 10 years of experience, that has done this over time, and that's the person you're going to be paired with. Now, in the same vein, we're going to be bringing in another stakeholder, some very critical stakeholders, because of people looking for sponsorship. We have staff of NHS, we have staff, ex-staff of NHS that we're bringing in from civil service, okay, staff of all these government institutions in the UK. We're bringing them in, to simulate projects on the NHS. So why is this very important for you? Because when you apply for roles within the NHS, most of these roles will require you to understand NHS data, NHS reporting, NHS stakeholder engagement, NHS this, NHS that. How do you gain that experience? How do you confidently talk about that experience? That's exactly why we have this partnership. So if you're looking for sponsorship, this is a no-brainer. Like, this is something that you absolutely need to be confident to go for an interview and talk to them about, how you've done X, Y, Z projects simulated based on the NHS, and how you can you talk in their lingo, you use their terminologies. So you see, you will work on 3 major projects simulated across the NHS and the UK Civil Service. All right, 3 massive projects, from digital transformation to data analytics, to data science, to data engineering, to project management, every single thing. You work on 3 projects, okay, simulated specifically on the NHS and the UK Civil Service. Now, in the same vein, you would also have private sector experience. Now, what do I mean by private sector experience? This is where we have partnerships with UK startups, okay? UK startups for you to deliver solutions to the startup. So it could be an health tech startup, it could be a fintech startup, it could be a property tech startup, it could be an air tech startup, AI technology, whatever the case might be. We have this partnerships, and all you need to do is come on board. You work on 5 to 6 projects in a 4 months duration. 4 months duration, 3 projects on the NHS and civil service, then 2 to 3 additional projects based on UK startup private experience. So you see, in this 4 months experience, on your CV, on your LinkedIn, you are not going to put internship. It's not an internship. It's a work experience program. So you will add it there: data analytics consultant, GRC consultant, business analyst consultant, project management consultant. So when you're talking about your experience, it's talking about, I worked on these, data sets. No, you work with the client. There will be an actual client. There will be an actual company. All right. All the projects are going to be based on real life situations that you can talk about during your experience. Now, you're also going to be getting a tailored recommendation letter for every project you complete. You get a tailored recommendation letter based on your performance on that project that you can add to your CV, you can add to your LinkedIn, you can add it to boost your reputation as a professional. Those are the things we're going to be having for you. So in the same vein, tailored employability, we are going to help you with your CV. We will personally take our time to review your CV, review your past experience, review your current experience, and help you tailor your CV. LinkedIn optimization is another thing we'll do for you. Navigating the job market, okay? Now, where to apply for jobs. Like today, we looked at the NHS. The next time we could look at civil service. The next one we could look at university, public councils, and so on and so forth. LinkedIn, how to code email, and all the things that you need in order for you to navigate the job market. Now, when you combine those 3 things together, you have a great CV, you have a great LinkedIn profile, you know how to navigate the job market, you are going to get interviews. And when you get interviews, we personally will train you, will prep you for that interview. All right. Now, once you get a job, we also provide you with UK references that you could also use to back your experience on the job support and online portfolio builder. So at the end of this thing, the overall goal for us is for you to get a job. Nothing more, nothing less. Nancy's asking about Ireland. Yes, we do all these things for Europe. So if you're in Ireland, you're in the UK, you are in France, you're in Germany, we have interns, we have consultants from anywhere across Europe. So you're fine, Nancy. All right. So the overall goal for us is for you to get a job. That's essentially the case. Now, the job application process would also help you. So that's the reason why we have partnership with CV Matchly, to help you with your job application process. All right, it's going to help you with your job application process. So you have nothing to up, and I've done a demo for everything that we have here. So we have a course starting on the 8th of August. Okay, starting next week Saturday. Let me just put it down. Or upper week Saturday rather. All right, not next week. Upper week Saturday. So you have enough time now to get started. You have enough time. We're actually closing up registration in a few days. All right. So now, if you're looking at getting started, it always seems impossible until you get it done. And the reason I took this statement from Martha. So Martha got a job with a construction company based in the UK as a project manager. 2 months after she signed up the program, she started the program. 2 months into the program, she got a job as a senior project manager, and that is exciting. She has never done project management before. All right. How did she land this job? That's exactly the power. And that's why she said, it always seems impossible until it is done. It always looks difficult until you join Amdaria and you're like, wow, I never knew this was feasible. I never knew this was possible. And that's essentially the case. So you see, join the next program starting on the 8th of August. Okay. And the discount that we have going on at the moment is for the first 10 people to register. It's not open. So after, the first 10 people, it's going to go off and it's going to revert back to the original price of £800. So the original price is £800, but we're doing it discounted for £600. Now you don't have to pay £600 at once today to say, oh, pay £600 today to get started. No, all right. You can pay monthly installments to accommodate your wallet size or whatever the case might be. Now, before I walk you through the payment, we have some guarantees for you. All right, because everybody's looking for a job. Okay, do you want to invest in something you're not certain? And that's why we're giving you this guarantee. Okay, to say that, okay, if in the 4 months they are going to be with us, if in the 4 months experience you're going to be working with us. So this is only for the first 10 people. This is not for everybody. All right. For the first 10 people, if you in that 4 months duration you don't get a job, if in 1, 2, 3, 4 you don't get a job in 4 months of the work experience program, we guarantee you 3 interviews after your 4 months internship. Okay. After the 4 months work experience program, we guarantee you 3 interviews that we're going to do that for you. We're going to help you apply, and ensure that you get 3 interviews. That's what we guarantee you. So you're looking at getting started. All right. And as you see, the number increases from 6 to 9 in 7 months, correct? In 7 months, the number increases from 6 to 9. This is part of the reasons why we do this. All right. We guarantee you 3 interviews. Now, if peradventure you go through the 4 months internship, you don't get a job. You go through these 3 guaranteed interviews again, you still don't get a job. What do we do? All right. We will give you lifetime support until you get a job. And I'll give you a perfect example in a few minutes. We'll work with you at no cost. You're not going to be paying another thing. So it's a one-time fee. You're going through the work experience internship. You don't get a job. 3 guaranteed interview. Eventually, again, you don't get a job. We're going to guarantee that we're going to work with you till you get a job at no cost. You don't have to pay us. Don't pay anything again. We'll continue to work with you. But this is only stipulated for the first 10 people. It's not for every single person. So if you pay today and you're part of the first 10 people to register, you will get this discount. Now, you get lifetime access to the project. So it's not going to be, oh, you paid for 4 months and after 4 months, you don't have access to the platform, the videos, the projects. You have lifetime access to it. All right. 3 months free access to CV Matching. So you get access to CV Matching for only except for the first month, or depending on how you want to go about it, you would have 3 months free access to CV Matching, auto apply feature, premium features. You can apply for as many jobs as possible in a month, in a day, in a week. You can do all that. CV and LinkedIn optimization priority. So we're going to prioritize you, jump on a call and work on your CV and LinkedIn optimization. And then 3 guaranteed interviews, like I said. So these are for people that are paying today, not tomorrow. Oh, I have money next week, Wednesday, and I want to start. No, it's either registering today. This is what I guarantee. I personally am guaranteeing you this. All right. So it's £600 and you can pay in monthly installments. And I'm going to walk you through that in a few seconds. So if you're looking at getting started, guys, I'll take a few questions. So if you have any questions, Nancy, I can see your hand is up. I'm going to take your questions in the next few minutes and then we call it a day. So now, if you're looking at making payments, what do? Just search for Amdari online. Okay, search for Amdari. Okay, sorry. Amdari. All right. The first link, click on the first link, it takes you straight to the website. So this is our official website. Click on programs, internship program, click on internship program. You will see data analytics, you see data science, you see all the programs that we have there. Okay. So depending on the program that most interests you. So if it's business analysis, click on apply now. It takes you straight to the website. Click on apply now. Also, again, all right. And it takes you to the page where you can start to register. But you see now, you are having a 30% discount and you can pay £500. So how do you get another level of discount? I will show you in a few seconds. So for the guys in the UK, please select August UK. For the guys in Canada, you see US and Canada. So this session is designed for the guys in the UK. That's why UK or even in Ireland, it's also tailored to you at the end of the day. All right. But even in Canada, we have sessions that are tailored for the guys in Canada. So if you want to join, we have one that's happening this evening, you could also join. All right. So this, you click on August UK, which is happening in 2 weeks. Okay. Starting in upper week Saturday. All right. Or if you want to start in, you want to secure a discount and start in September, that's essentially what you have there. All right. Now, if you do a one-time payment, you are getting a whooping £300 discount. So from an £800 original fee to a £500 fee now, you are saving £300. Okay. Now, if you do 3 monthly installments, you're still saving £200. Okay, which is a 600 fee. That's what I mentioned earlier. So now you can pay in 3 monthly installments of £200. You pay £200 this month, £200 next month, and £200 the third month to complete £600, and you get access to every single thing. 4 months internship, guaranteed interview, and everything that we have there. So it's not like we guarantee you 3 interviews. Now you say during the 4 months, I'm not going to apply for any job. No, that's not playing smart. Okay, we're going to give you access to everything. We're going to work with you to get a job in 4 months. If you don't get a job in 4 months, then the 3 interviews. But if you get a job, that's it. You're fine. You're good. All right. So you see, the key thing here is, like I said at the start of the session, we want to guarantee that you get a job, and that's exactly that. That's the crux of what we're built around. You need experience to get a job, and that's exactly where I'll provide you with this experience. So if you want a weekly plan for people that, oh, I don't have a lot of money to start off, you can actually start on a weekly payment. So it's only, you just need £70 to get started. All right. And you still get the benefits. You're still getting the benefits. You're still getting the full perk. Okay. You're getting the full perk of everything we're talking about today. So you're paying £70 to get started, but you're paying weekly. All right. So that's £70 every week. All right, till the program starts, till the end, till it's 10 weeks. So it's just for 10 weeks to amount to £700. So that's essentially what you have here. So is either you do a one-time payment where you're saving £300, you pay 500, all right, or you're saving £200 with the 3 monthly installments, and then you can pay £200 every single month, okay, or you're saving £100 and you're paying £70 every week, sorry, for 10 weeks. And that's pretty much the case. So select the one that most appropriate for you. Click on proceed. Okay. Click on proceed to make payment. You don't have an account, and it's the reason why you need to create an account. So create an account, put in your first name. All right. Put in your last name. I'm going to put in my email. Okay. And I'm going to put in, all right, country, put in your country. I'm currently in Canada, so that's why I'm putting Canada. Put in your phone number, all right, put in your email, password. So remember, 8 characters, special character, uppercase and lowercase. So 8 characters. So I'm just going to put in my, all right, then all you need to do is create an account. Create an account, it asks you to confirm your stuff, your confirmation. Then click on the confirm, read the terms and conditions, and then click on pay now. click on pay now, and voila, it takes you straight to Stripe for you to put in your card information, very secured, pay, and you're fine. Once you've completed payment, it takes you straight to the internship platform. All right, it takes you straight to the internship platform, and then you can get access. You can start to work, you can start to learn, you can start to do all the things you need to do. So I'm totally excited to have you guys on board. So like I said, this discount is only for the first 10 people that are willing to get started today. So like I said, the key thing for us starting Amdari was, how do we guarantee that people will get a job? How can we work with people? What career path can we work with people that we can beat our chest that if you work with us, we can guarantee that you will get a job? And that's exactly what we say. So data analytics, data science, business analysis, project management, cybersecurity, and GRC, these are career paths that we're going to work with you on, and we are going to guarantee that. So we have a ton of people that have gone through the program and have gotten jobs, and those are the people. This is Chinenye. Chinenye got a job as a project manager in the UK. She was working with the NHS already. So like I said earlier, for people that are doing care, that are currently working with the NHS, you don't need to lie. You don't need to adjust anything. They already have the information. So someone like Chinenye was working not to the capacity of a project manager, but she wanted to transition. She wanted to move out of that role and get into project management. And she did that in 2 months. All right. The same thing with Pedro. Pedro also looking for visa sponsorship in the UK, applied for roles, currently got a job as a operations technology security specialist with the NHS, and also full visa sponsorship. All right. So you can see quite a number of reference email. This is a typical reference letter from the NHS. So you can see this is the East Lancashire Hospital. So this is for a data scientist. So somebody got a job as a data scientist, Priscilla got a job as a data scientist, and they were sending them, you can see there, Mr. Ifemena April Amdari UK. This is our London address. Okay, they are both named as been offered the post of a data science. I removed that, I blurred that out so that you don't have a full scope, and has been given the permission for us to approach you for a reference. I will be grateful if you could let me have your opinion regarding sustainability for the post. So you see, somebody has to back up your experience, and that's exactly what we do. The above named person, which is Martha, got a job as a people HR advisor and has been given the permission for us to approach you for a reference. I would be grateful if you could let me have your opinion regarding suitability for the post by completing the attached reference request form. So today, we can back up your experience. So if you don't have all these things, how do you get a job? How do you get what you're looking for? All right. I've shown you about Laura in the past. Okay. I'm not going to spend too much. This is Betty. Betty got a job as a project manager, information technology business analyst. You can see this. You can see it on a LinkedIn. Information technology project manager with Amdari, and then she moved to Echoes IT, which is currently working as a project manager. The same thing with Anita Osazona. She currently works as a senior business analyst, and those are the things that you're doing. So you see, this is Samuel. Samuel is part of the people I mentioned earlier that got a job after the program. So you can see it was with us for a year, 2 months, and you can see him here. All right. Samuel SE. You can see Samuel SE. You can see the name SE. Hi guys, it's good news. I landed a BI engineer role this week. You can see it here, alumni network. So we work with you till you actually get a job. Do you understand? Do you comprehend that? So you're paying £600, and we are just going to take it upon ourselves to work with you till you get a job. I mean, that's the kind of community you want to belong to, don't you? All right. So you see, I showed you Akwaeme earlier. I've showed you Abisoye. This is Darlington. Darlington got a job working as a senior selection and implementation lead. We got a lead position. So it's a combination of data analytics and business analysis, and he got it. Okay. Francis got a job with Deloitte, working as a project manager. I mean, I could spend the entire day talking about people that have gone through the program that have gotten jobs. Okay. All you need to do today, starting on the 8th of August, another quarter started. You could be part of these 10 people that can get a job. And that's exactly what we have here. So I'll take a few questions and then we can call it today. Thank you very much. Nancy, let's go. Let me see if you can. I'll turn on your microphone so you can ask your question. So
Okay,
Nancy, go ahead.
Yeah, Efemina, thank you for this session. So I was asking about Ireland because I realized that always when you're talking about these roles and stuff, it seems Ireland is being left out, and it makes it difficult trying to follow up. You understand? I'm with Analytics currently, so
Okay.
it gets me worried.
No, you have to be
Someone
worried.
looking for a sponsored role, you get it.
In
So
Ireland. What
yeah,
what career path are you in? Sorry.
so currently on the health tech business analysis pathway.
Fantastic. Beautiful. Well, that's beautiful. I mean, they're quite. Ireland is. I live in Ireland. Like I mentioned earlier, I also
Yeah,
worked in Ireland. Ireland is very big when it comes to medical technology. One of the companies I worked with was Teleflex. Teleflex is the largest medical technology company in the world. One of the largest. Okay. So, Nancy, you have nothing to worry about. It's job. Do you understand? All
yeah.
right. So his job, an island has a very big health related, medical related organizations. You have the likes of AstraZeneca, you have the likes of some of their names are skipping my head today. But you have big giants of health companies in your in Ireland. Most of them are in Ireland, and that's because of the European UK leaving Europe, Brexit, and so on and so forth. So most of them moved to Ireland to set up their base. So you have nothing to worry about. Okay. So when we're speaking about these sessions are usually tailored to the guys in the UK, maybe we'll start to look at Ireland, sponsorship in Ireland to give you more, a bit more confidence in this. But most
Yes. So
people that are looking at that we speak to are in the UK. That's the reason why these sessions are tailored to those guys in the UK. Does that make sense, Nancy?
yes. So can like a suggestion? Could there also be sessions that are tailored to people in Ireland? Because sometimes you would maybe recommend, let's say, Amdari or Analytics to a friend, and
Yeah.
they would come back and say that, but everything is revolving around UK, Canada,
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
that would also be there, at least it will boost that confidence and the rest. And also, is there a possibility to get a visa sponsorship job in the NHS whilst residing here?
Yeah, 100%. So, yeah, 100%. We have people even in our community, alumni community. Someone got a job from Nigeria, okay, from
Okay.
Nigeria, got a job in the UK, visa sponsored, and the person is currently moving to the UK. And yeah, so sponsorship in the UK, very interesting, is if you're qualified. So it's skilled worker visa. So it's skilled worker visa, meaning that you don't have to, you only have access to it in the UK because people are in the UK and that's what they're actively looking for. But it doesn't mean that you're in Ireland and you're looking for a job with the NHS to get visa sponsorship and move to the, I mean, you could do that. That's 100% valid.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you so much. And I'm hoping for the best.
Awesome, Nancy. Thank you very much, and very good input. I really understand the fact that because we have quite a number of people now coming from Ireland.
Yeah.
I know quite a number of people in our GRC program, in our project management program, in our business analysis program, and you're currently with analytics, so you're still coming
Yeah.
to meet up. Do you understand?
Exactly.
Yeah, you're fine. We'll take that into very deep consideration, going
Okay.
into our future sessions. Thank you very much for that,
You're
Nancy.
welcome.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Where are you from? Sorry.
Pardon?
Where are you from?
I'm from Ghana.
Ghana, because I was looking at the last name and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
it sounds
Amankwa.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank you so much. It was good chatting
You're
up with you anyways. Looking forward to
Okay.
having you.
All right.
Chair.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right, I have Desmond, then I'll take questions in the chat in a few seconds.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. I mean, it was very enlightening. My
Amazing.
question is, some of us who are, I've already stated in the 1 week intention that I think to Ulitio and Hope that I'm looking forward to start in the August courts, but
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to make the payment on Monday. But since you are saying the first 10 for today, going to benefit from what first 3 guaranteed. Are we know? So what's the point that if I paid on Monday, am I also not going to benefit after the 4 months? If I don't get a job, I'll be just left in the hook. Is that what it is? Or
So you might. I mean, the essence of having this is so that the people that are serious we get to work with the people that are really serious and get started. Do you understand? So it's not just a gimmick to just ensure that you make. We just want to work with the people that are interested in getting started as soon as possible. All right. So that's the level because you see, we've been doing this for a very long time. So one thing we've noticed is people come in and they are not entirely, committed to the process. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So the reason why we have this is most people that pay immediately, that get started immediately, are very committed. That's the reason why we have that. So you see people are, oh, they pay at the nick of time, are the people that would most likely not commit as much. So you see, most people that even pay, the part of the 10 people that was talking about today, would likely get a job within the 4 months duration. They won't wait for the 3 guaranteed interviews. All right. So that's part of, we ensuring that you get a job. So Desmond, take for example, you want to pay on Wednesday. If you did 1 week internship, correct?
Internship, yeah, exactly. Yeah, for the BA.
Okay, I'll take down your name. All right, and make one exception. That won't be too bad. So if you say you don't have the cash with you right now, and you're not looking at making a payment right now,
Yeah, I'm looking to make the payment on Monday, but it's not like I do understand what you're saying. So I just want assurance that we're not going to left behind, like because we are not making the payment today.
Nah, you're not going to be left in the hook. So even if you are not part of the 10 people, for example, you will still get lifetime support till you get a job.
Okay.
So even if you're not part of the first 10 people, you will still get lifetime access. But like I said, I'll reserve a space for you. Okay.
Please. So should I send you a direct message or how do I go about it?
Don't worry. Your name is Desmond. You fill the form, correct? You fill the
Yeah, I fill the form. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't worry. You're fine. You're good.
Amazing.
Yeah, I think you're the only Desmond in this on the call today. So
exactly,
let's do Desmond. So then we'll have 2 Desmond that would benefit.
Anyway, I fill the form. My surname is that so yeah, we take it from there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Right.
It was good chatting up with you.
Question,
All right.
Mr. Femela. Can you take my question, please?
In the chat, or where do you have the question?
No, I just want to say it out loud.
Okay, go ahead, Cynthia.
Okay, currently I'm a student and I did the 1 week free internship. So I'm not looking at a full-time job for now because of my visa and I'm still in school. But I'm looking at transitioning into BA full-time. I have customer service experience over 6 years, or 7. Yeah, but in Nigeria. So right now I'm a student. So I don't know. Should I? I'm just asking. Am I to enroll now, or should I enroll later?
When will you done with your masters?
When I'm done with my masters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I just telling me.
When you be done? Sorry, Cynthia. When?
Okay, I'll be done in January.
Okay. So the good thing about this is you can start now, meaning that you would have more months of experiences, okay, on your resume. So you can claim as much as long as you want. So the reason why I'm saying you can start now is by January is not when you're going to be looking for a job. You're going to be looking for a job November, December. So by January, when your master's is done, you can actually resume work after your master's. Okay, so today is July. So we have August, September, October, November, December, 5 months. So it means that you would have done quite a number of things in that duration of period. The internship is for 4 months. So by the time your internship is concluding, you're already actively applying for a job. You are doing all the things you do to get a job. So that's essentially why I would say starting now would be the best advice I can give to you, if that makes sense, Cynthia.
All right. Thank you very much for the clarity.
Yeah, no problem at all. All right. So looking forward to having you on board. And like I said, the key thing, one of the major issues that I had when I was looking at, I did my master's and I was waiting till I finish my master's till I get a job, until I heard people were getting jobs and they were post-dated. So they got a job like in, let's say in September, okay, but they were telling them to resume in December. So I was like, is that possible? I was like, I never knew it was possible. So yeah, there are jobs that will do that for you, especially like if you have enough time, you can actually apply for more. I mean, having time to apply is one of the greatest advantage you can have. Okay, so you can start to target the likes of Amazon, PwC, KPMG, like the big fours, the big banks, and these guys are willing to sponsor your visa. So yeah, come up with something strategic. Have time play work for you, have time work for you. Do you understand? Rather than waiting to the nick of time to get started. Does that I hope that enlightens, adds more context to your question, Cynthia. All right. Okay.
Hi, this is Ashpita.
So I have Robert next. Robert Ebeye, then I'll take you Ashwita as Ashwita. So
Thank you,
Robert,
thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. I kind of like understand the whole Amdari program, but I have the question of whether Amdari is like in partnership with any sort of like, should I say, training platform for people that don't have prior experience or any background in any of these areas, for instance.
all right. So what career path are you looking at, Robert?
I'll say really data analytics, but then towards the health tech as well.
Okay. So have you taken any course, data
No,
analytics?
not I've not taken. I
Nothing.
don't have
Excel, Power BI, nothing.
So those things are, Excel is very wide, and I mean, it's not like I'm not taking a particular course on it. I learn Excel. I learn Excel every day. Excel is, I don't think even people that design Excel know Excel to the end. So Excel is more like an ever, green something. So you always keep learning from it. I don't take courses, but I
100%.
learn on YouTube randomly.
Right.
Yeah, but so
Okay.
not like
that's very much the case. So SQL, would you be good? Would you have used SQL in any way, in any capacity?
I think there was some points when I was. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the thing is, if you're taking some courses before in the past, you're going to be good. You're going to be okay with the internship. But if you've not taken anything, like nothing, you don't know anything, like absolutely nothing, then that's where we might have a little bit of problem. So you see, with the internship, and that's what I'm going to show you in a few minutes, we take that into consideration for beginners that have taken courses, have completed some courses, you've done some mini projects here and there, but you don't really have like hands-on experience. You've taken certifications, for example, project management, you've taken a certification, you know the theory, it's just that you don't have the experience. You're fine, you're good. Business analyst, you've taken the masters, you've taken courses, you've watched a couple of videos on YouTube, you're fine, you can start. The only ones that would have a little massive problem is data science. So for a data scientist now, you need to know how to use Python. But you've never worked with Python before, you can't start the internship for data sciences. All right. But if you've completed some projects in data science, you know Python, you know some basic fundamental stuff around machine learning and all that, you can start. Data analytics, you know how to use Excel, but you don't know how to build a dashboard, for example. You can start the internship. That's the reason why you're doing the internship. All right. You've never worked with SQL before, but you've learned it, but you might not remember entirely how it looks like. You can still start. The reason why you can start is, I will show you now in a few seconds. So the way we've designed the internship is to take this beginner mindset into factor. So I'm going to scroll, let me look at, since I'm on project management, I'll show project management, but I will do that of data analytics for you so you see the same thing. So I'm going to go to resources, okay? And you see the first couple of live sessions that we're going to be having, the first sort of live sessions we're going to be having, I'm just going to click on next. You see, would be tailored specifically to the beginner. Let me just start with the guys that started in the month of July. Okay, so you see, it's less. The guys in May is way more. So, give me a second. This is project management internship July 2026. I'm just going to refresh this. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So I'm going to scroll down, and you see. You see, the first couple of the sessions are going to be fundamentals of the program, so even if you don't have like a foundational knowledge in it, it's going to take you straight through the foundation. So you see here, key PM terminology, stakeholder, delivery. So if you don't know all these things, we're still going to walk you through it one after other, okay? It's going to walk you through the 5 phases of project life cycle, from initiation to planning to execution. So you have not done this before. We're still going to have live sessions where we're going to teach you these things. Okay, so we're not spending too long time on this. It's a week, 2 weeks, depending on the complexity of the class. Okay, that's where we put it within the first week. All right. So you see, and you have that. This is the second another session where you're talking about, you know,
During
you're doing an introduction to project management, say PM methodologies overview, waterfall, agile, and so on. So let me do that with data analytics so you see exactly what I'm talking about. So if you go to data analytics internship, July cohort, if I go down to the bottom, you see introduction to data analytics concept, introduction to visualization and dashboarding concept, introduction to Excel for data concept. So you can see this. These are live sessions. So even if you missed the sessions are all recorded. You would always have lifetime access to these things. So if I click on this and I share the video, you see coming straight to it. You would see the 4 types of analytics. You know what happened, why did they happen, and what happened, and what best course of action. Descriptive diagnostics and predictive with prescriptive analytics. So everything is clear. You know, it's carefully handed over to you. So it's an internship. It's not like we're just going to throw you into the deep end, start working on NHS data. No, we're going to provide you with a sort of like a railway, you know, a runway approach where you start gradually before you start to take off and start to fly, you start to do all the things you need to do. You know. So, Robert, I don't know, does this make sense to you? Is this something that
absolutely does?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if these things are going to be repeated, then to just be fine to just refine and remind me of some of those things, perhaps, you know.
It's going to be. It's not like it's part of our framework, so it's not. We're guaranteed that you're going to get the same experience. Okay. All right. So you're fine, Robert.
Cheers.
Okay. So looking forward to having you on board, Robert. Okay. Thank you very
Yes.
much. Ashwitha, did I
Hi.
pronounce that properly?
Yeah, hi. So I have done my master's in global business management with an internship for 1 year. So I've worked as a business development managing intern for 1 year, and then I've been shifted to Kettering, Northamptonshire, and I've been working as I started as a packer, then I've been trained as a supply to line admin, then I went for logistics and coordinator.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just wanted to uh, get a sponsored job, but I've been applying for a lot of jobs until now, but haven't got any one.
Okay.
So I know what was the mistake being, about the CV review and everything.
Yeah.
I don't know how does the ATS work, so I just needed more knowledge and more guidance on how to apply for job applications, and also like what course to take now to get a good job which has a good demand in the market right now.
Okay. That's
So
beautiful.
just yeah.
So you're looking at roles within supply chain, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So supply chain is definitely a big one, to be honest with you. Are you looking for visa sponsorship?
Yes,
Most
yes.
likely. So I don't want you to focus too much on supply
Okay.
chain. The reason why I don't like to over I don't want you to too laser focused on one career path, one type of career path is
Yeah.
it doesn't open you up to so many opportunities. So take for example, if you're looking for a job with the NHS, you
Mhm.
might not get a lot of supply chain roles, all
Yeah.
right? But you will get a lot of data analytics, you'll get
Yeah.
a lot of information analysts, you'll get a lot of BI analysts. So if you go with data analytics, you know how to use Excel, Power BI, Tableau,
Yeah. Yeah.
SQL, you're good. Do you
Okay.
understand? The only thing you just need to do is just to work on NHS related case studies, for example, projects, and you also gain all that industry relevant projects, experiences that you can use, put on your CV, and you can tell them, oh, I have done this for this company. Oh, I've done this for this company. And yeah, that's essentially the case. So when it comes to employability, we're literally going to hold your hand and guide you through every single aspect. So from CV review, number one, we're going to literally, you are not going to review your CV yourself. We are going to
Yeah.
do that for you.
Okay.
So once I go there, I'm just going to show you how it works. So you see
Okay.
exactly so it's. So if I come to this, the interest. So once you make a payment, I know you had asked the question that once you make a payment, how do we contact you? Don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so your information is there, your email, your phone number. So somebody will give you a call. So you would also receive an email. You'll get onboarded. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's part of the things. Okay. So once you click on roadmap, you get access to, you can request for reference letter, you could interview prep, you can book an interview prep session, you can do all the things you're looking for. All right.
Okay.
But one of the major things that you're asking about is CV, correct? So
Yeah.
you can optimize your CV. So all we've done to make it easy for you is, so take for example, I want to review my CV. All right. I can put in
Yeah.
my information. I'll click on next. I'll attach. Let me just put. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna put in a LinkedIn. I'm just gonna
Profile.
put
Yeah.
LinkedIn profile. I'm just gonna take Jemina underscore April. This is not my LinkedIn profile, but I'm just gonna type in something so I can pass this.
Okay.
All right. Then put in your GitHub if that's what you're looking for. What current internship you're looking at data analytics, and click on next. What cohort are you in? Let's just say April. Move on to the next one. Let's say the target role. I'm looking for data analyst roles. Would you like to see me to be tailored specific to an industry? I would say no, because I want the standard. I don't want it to look so much supply chain or something. All right. So
Yeah.
it's general. All right, so I'll click on I'll upload a CV. Let me just upload one of a random CV I have on my resume. Okay, so this is part of the things you're gonna get. Okay, you get access to. So let me just click on this CV. All right, I'm just gonna upload the CV. Okay, so and I'm gonna submit for review. So
Yeah.
this is gonna go ahead to review. Okay, review my CV. And if I check my email, okay,
Yeah.
when I check my email, I'll get like a prompt. I'll get like a CV,
Yeah.
and reviewed CV like about a minute, 2 minutes. So the moment I do that, I can book a CV review session immediately. So once I
Okay.
do that, it takes me straight to Google Calendar for me to
Oh,
book
okay.
a CV review session. So I can do this as many times as possible. Do you understand? So
Oh, got it.
tomorrow night I have enough time for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I can book any time during the day to have someone, an employability specialist, to literally sit down with me and tell me what is right and what is wrong, what was happening, what I had on my previous CV that was bad, what's on my current CV, why I need to do it this way, how to answer questions. If you have an interview, or you don't even have an interview coming up, but you just want to prep for an interview, you just want to know how to get prep for an interview, you can
Yeah.
book an interview preparation. So in terms of employability, we have everything covered. Okay. Links optimization, we do the same thing for links optimization, for everything for your job search. We literally handhold you and guide you through the entire process. Does that
Okay.
make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
And it includes everything, like as you said, for the job applications you put for us.
Yes. So I mean, if you're looking at getting started and you make your payment today, all
Yeah.
right. So what happens is you get access to every single thing.
Okay.
You can also get access to CV Matchly. Okay.
Okay.
You'll get 3 months access to CV Matchly. So if I click on continue to third party application, this feature I could use it to auto apply for roles on the NHS website. So everything that you have here is you'll get access to every single thing. So
Okay.
from job application to CV review to links optimization to getting out the project experience to just ensuring that you get a job. That's essentially what you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I had one more question, that after the payment, like everything's done, and the course will be starting from 8th August, as you said. And
Yes.
can we like how do we have the sessions, like for every week, or like according
All
to
right.
our job? We also do a full-time job. As I said, I'm working in a food manufacturing company, so I work from 3 to 11.
3 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Yeah, Monday to Friday.
3 to 11 p.m.
Yeah.
every day. That's you have a lot of strength. So okay, that might be because we usually the way we've designed it is we've designed it to be in the evening. So every session happens in the evening. So
Okay.
between 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Unfortunately.
Okay.
So I don't know
Okay.
how you want to fix it up. I don't know how your schedule is. Okay. So usually the time happens twice every week. So the live sessions happens twice every week. So if I come back to the internship, okay, you'll
Yeah.
see you have call it a drop-in session. So
Yeah.
so let's take a look at the project first. Then I will tell you how the project looks like. So you're interested in data analytics. So let's take a look at this. So I
Yeah.
click on a particular project. So weekly expectation. So every week you would have 2 drop-in sessions. So you
Yeah.
can see this happens on a Tuesday
Yeah.
drop-in. Another one happens on Friday, so Tuesday and Friday. So
Okay.
yourself and your team, so the data analytics team, you guys would likely be working together on projects. Will come together to say that okay, we want to agree that okay, on the Tuesdays and Fridays we're going to be meeting between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. All right, so it's 2 hours. Okay, 2 hours, 2 hours for every session. So for these guys, they've selected Tuesday and Friday, so they are going to have 2 hour sessions on Tuesday, another 2 hour session on Friday. All right. And what do we do in these live sessions? Is basically break down this project into granular and live interaction. So you can see now on Tuesday is the project kickoff and data orientation. The
Yeah.
next week with data ingestion and
And
quality,
persistent.
KPI calculations. Friday drop-in session, we're going to do engagement metrics and retention analysis. So you see every day there's something you're going to be doing. But in the live session, where the specialist literally holds your hand and guide you through how it's being done in the industry. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but is there any possibility that I can get the training in the morning, like from 10 o'clock, like something until 2 o'clock or something?
We can work something out. Okay. So
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
looking at the session, looking at if we also in some cases, so I don't want to show my calendar. My calendar is a mess at the moment, but we have sessions that happens in the morning. So depending on if people are also taking night shift. So
Yeah, I know.
so that's why we don't have a fixed time, because
Yeah.
we try to work with people's time to ensure that it's as flexible as possible to suit you better. That's
Yes.
essentially why we're doing that. So once you register, if we would look at the schedule of other people, if we can have some sessions in the morning to accommodate you so that we can work things out, that would just be the case. All right.
Yeah, thank you. And will it be a one-on-one session or in a group session?
It's going to be group sessions. So it's going to be group sessions. But if you want a one-on-one session, all right. So we've put all these things into consideration. So if you want a one-on-one session, so
Yeah.
you want to speak with your specialist on a one-on-one basis, so you see you can book an office hour with your team lead. So if you're in data analytics, and you could just quickly book a session. So July call, put in your number, reach a booking, I could put in testing.
Yeah.
And I could go ahead to book a session. So I'll get the times available for my specialists where I can have a one-on-one session with a person. So you see, Monday now, most of the times that's gone because people have booked, those time slots. Some people that are available on Tuesday have booked their times already. So, you can book that one-on-one interaction with your specialist as many times during the week as possible. Does that
Okay.
make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Got
I
it.
mean, even if you watch the recording of the session and you have questions or there's something you really don't understand, you can book a
Yeah.
session and then somebody's there to assist you again. So
Yeah.
we assure that you have literally, when I say support, this is
Yeah.
premium support. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
That's what you're looking for. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Looking good to have you. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Awesome, Ashura.
Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Last question for today, Isaac, and then we can call it today. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you for the comment. Thank you for the.
That's not a grocer.
Can I continue?
Yes, please go ahead, Isaac.
Good. And thank you for this platform. Actually, I've been following Amdari for quite some time. Not this month, I think about 4 months back. It's rather unfortunate I've not been able to start because I'm confused on something. And that is why I was happy when you started and I got a statement that you did. So I was confused on either joining 10 Analytics or Amdari.
Okay.
And I joined both their webinars. I've not really started because I was a full-time student and my the 20 hours wasn't really enough to do any extra thing. So I waited till I completed 2 months ago, and now I've gotten something to start. Now my question is, which of the two, since you are a co-founder of the two, I'm just putting in a tight corner, which of the two would you recommend and why?
Okay, very good question. So it depends on your background. So you did your master's in what program?
So I have 15 years of work experience in IT, and
Okay.
I have my BSc in information technology and MSc in cybersecurity. So I was thinking of GRC. In fact, I have started GRC somewhere else, and I want to still go deeper into it, either with the ten analytics or the Amdari. And once
right.
you step in both, you tell me which one I should go for and why.
All right. So, even looking at, have you done any course in GRC before? Have you taken any course in GRC
Yes,
before?
currently.
You've completed a course in GRC.
I'm still on it.
Okay, then there's no need for you to go to 10 analytics because you're going to go through a course again in 10 analytics. So 10 analytics is built for people that don't have any experience, any knowledge, nothing, or they just don't have the prerequisites of getting a job. Do you understand? So that provides you with foundational knowledge and then experience that you can use to get in a job. But now
Robert could have just rather gone through there, or
so Robert himself has gone through, he has taken courses in Excel. He knows how to use Excel, he knows how to use SQL. But that's the reason why I was asking this question. Now, if Robert hasn't taken any course in data analytics before, that's where he would have to go to. All right. But if you've taken courses, there's no need for you to get another course. Okay. For you to get started. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. Perfect sense.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. So for you, Isaac, the next thing, you're taking a course in GRC, you don't need another course. Okay? So I would not recommend you to go to 10 analytics and say that, oh, okay, go and pay for 10 analytics or go take another course. No. Now, the course at 10 analytics is also designed in a way that you are also going to be working on projects as you are learning. Okay? But, that's the learning, that's the way we've designed the learning experience over there. All right? But Amdari here is designed for you to jump straight into the project.
Into
Okay,
the
so you're going into the application, exactly. So there's no buffer period. So if you've not taken a course before, you will struggle at an Amdari. You will likely struggle. You've not taken any course, you've not taken any program, and you want to come and do GRC. You don't know what ISO 27001. You don't know the NIST framework. You don't know the tool, the technology. You don't know it.
Yeah.
Even though we do the introduction, you will sound okay. But when we start to work on the project, you will start to see that you don't have enough knowledge to sort of withstand the program itself. So that's the reason why we asked this question if you've taken courses. And if you've not, then we refer you to analytics. Okay? Also. So Isaac, looking forward to having you on board because I know you say you're taking a course in GRC. Please don't take another course. It's not going to help in any way. And one of the major things one of the slight hiccup that you made is you waiting till the end of your master's before you want to join on board. It doesn't affect your work limits in the UK. It doesn't in any way. So that's one of the key things that if you had asked, we would have recommended that. So it doesn't affect your work hours.
But it wasn't about the work; it was about money. I was just doing hand to mouth during that time.
Oh, okay. I told you. I mean, we've all been in that situation before.
Exactly.
So it's not a problem at all. So thank you so much for that. I mean, beautiful question, beautiful, conversation. Looking forward to having you on board, Isaac. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, sir. Just a quick one before you go. So all the sections, when we start the classes, all the sections will be recorded, so we can visit that later, right? In case maybe we're walking late or something like that, and we make the beginning part, we can't just go back to it. It's recorded, right?
The sessions are recorded, and you have lifetime access to all the materials, all the recordings, all the projects. You have lifetime access. I mean, somebody sent me a message just about 2 days ago. She had finished the program. Yeah, she had finished the program about a year ago. She moved from the UK. She's now in Canada, and she applied for a job, project management, and she got a job, and she needed reference. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, that's fine. She was like, really? I was like, yeah, like just give them my email and phone number, okay, and you're fine, you're good. They reached out to me yesterday, and respond. Well, I'm going to respond to the email and everything that they've provided. So you have lifetime support in terms of even if you come in 2 years' time, there's one. If you may not, I'll join the program, we confirm and everything is fine, we'll provide you with anything. So you're the one-time fee, but lifetime career support. You get me? So you have nothing. You're not losing out in any way. So thank you very much for every single person that waited to the end of the session. If you fill the form, I'll be totally excited if you still have any question, I'm going to be having one-on-one sessions this week. All right. So if you still want to speak with me or any of our career consultants, you can jump on a call with us this week. So if you still have any personal question that you don't want to ask in a group session like this, you want a one-on-one session, please book a one-on-one session and I'll be happy to jump on a call with you. But bear in mind, the 10 slots that we have for today, we guarantee you 3 interviews if you don't get a job in 4 months. All right. So, and even after that, you don't still get a job in 3 interviews, we will work with you till you get a job. So you're not losing out. There's no lose in this conversation. You will win. And that's essentially what we're doing for you. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining today's session. I had a wonderful time speaking to every one of you.
Sorry, this is Ashmita again back.
Yes, go
So
ahead.
I've just enrolled and done the payment for the data analytics,
Awesome.
and it was asking for a referral code.
Yes, so if someone had referred you, they would have
Okay.
looked it. So
Oh,
if
is it for
nobody
the
referred
okay,
you,
I got it.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
See you soon.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to having you on board, Ashwara.